Welcome to another exciting episode of American Warrior Radio, coming to you since 2009. If you or someone you know has ever worn the uniform of the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, Space Force, or National Guard or Reserves, you've come to the right place, American Warrior Radio. We're always efforting to bring you news, notes, interviews, and current events for all things military and veteran related. The bumper music for American Warrior Radio is provided by none other than combat veteran and mill hop artist Stephen Hobbs. Thank you, Stephen. With that said, let's kick the tires and light the fires and get this episode off the ground. Hi, everybody. I'm so glad you tuned in today because we're bringing you another guest that I think you're going to find interesting. He's got a story to tell, and there's no better way than me jump right into it. Stu Smith, CEO of FAVOB. Hi, Stu. How are you?
Good, Garen. How are you, brother?
I'm doing well. Really thankful that you were able to join us. I mentioned that acronym FAVOB. For our viewers, what's that mean?
You got it. So the Florida Association of Veteran-Owned Businesses. So 400 veteran-owned and patriot-owned businesses in 5 chapters across the state.
Yay. And growing.
Absolutely. Yep. Getting ready to go down to Miami next week, brother.
Okay. So under Stu's leadership, FAVOB, which if you're in a state, if you're watching this in, say, Nebraska, and you don't have a similar organization, you can root around and try and find, or you can get a hold of FAVOB directly and see if there's some way that you can take this and move it into your own state, because you're interested in spreading this nationwide.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually belong to a group that's known as the Coalition of Veteran-Owned Chambers. And so it's a number of states who have similar organizations to ours, but in, New Jersey, Washington, Idaho, so on and so forth. But you can get a hold of me and I can connect you with the right people.
Outstanding. And I'm happy and blessed that I was one of the first folks you ran into here in Brevard County as you moved here and getting you introduced to the veteran community. It's so important that people network, right? But before we talk about a little bit more about FAVOB, tell our viewers a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, absolutely, Garen. So thanks very much. And yeah, you and I have known each other over 10 years now, and you've helped me with my claim, and we've been very involved in AVET. You've been very involved in FAVOB. So it's been a great ride, along with Kim, shout out Cone, your partner in crime. So again, the Florida Association of Veteran-Owned Businesses, our goal is at the bottom line. We got plenty of fancy statements. The bottom line is to help veteran-owned businesses create more financial opportunities, right? To make
coming from a veteran like yourself, what branch did you serve in? Tell us your.
Yeah, great. So I actually went in the service from Brevard County, Florida. So coming back to Brevard County, U.S. Army veteran, 6 years, 8 months, 8 days. Not that anybody was counting. Currently, I'm 100% service-connected veteran, and I have owned several businesses as a veteran, and married my wife on active duty. As you can see from the background, military service is a family business. That's my father and my father-in-law's casket flags, U.S. Army and United States Air Force. Married my wife on active duty, and our son is an active duty Army service member. He's a Black Hawk crew chief and just came back from a 7-month deployment.
Oh, God bless him. Thank him. When you see him, when you talk to him, tell him Garen Cone and everybody at American Warrior Radio salutes him for his service. So it's a family tradition. This isn't something you just said, I might go in the Army. You had some experience to fall back on.
Yep. Followed my dad around for 22 years. I went to 13 different schools in the 12 primary grades, 6 of them between 7th and 9th grade, as my dad was in the Air Force.
And for the viewers out there, they know that when the military member deploys or just serving on active duty, it affects the entire family. And,
absolutely, brother.
And we talk about family, so let's talk about FAVOB because it's a big family. This is an opportunity for businesses to do what again?
Yeah, so to connect, our core competency is networking. And we have a very distinct way to do it, and we're very good at it. In fact, one of the data points I like to say is in 2020, yes, that 2020, 63 of us on the Space Coast exchanged $1 million in documented contractual revenue with each other. So we're very good at connecting folks and networking folks. Yep.
Excellent. And FAVOB, and John will have this scroll on the screen. What's the website?
So it's favob.org or favob.net. Either one will get you there. And we're strong social media presence. So, hook up with us on LinkedIn, hook up us on Facebook, keep abreast of the events. We always offer one no-cost registration event to our members every single month. And so you as a member, unlike a chamber, we're not hyper local, right? So you can attend any event anywhere in Florida where there's a FAVOB event. And like I said, we get a lot of support from our featured businesses to help offset direct costs, but we're good at what we do, brother.
Yeah. And like you said, networking is vital. That's what American Warrior Radio is. We're trying to connect people with good information. FAVOB, Florida Association of Veteran-Owned Business. This has been Stu Smith, the CEO of the organization, out there doing great things for our military community. And you're encouraging businesses to sign up and become a part of it.
Absolutely.
What's the requirement, though? Because it has to be owned by a military member, right?
Yeah, so we actually have two membership classifications. So we have, the classic 51% ownership and operation of a veteran-owned business, as those folks tend to pursue things like government contracting, state contracting, that kind of stuff. That's what they like to do. But we also have Patriot members, and we have so many members who are spouses and or family members of veterans. In fact, one of my chapter folks over in Space Coast, her mom and dad were both Navy, right? And so we have both Patriot and veteran-owned businesses in our association.
Outstanding. So don't shy away if you're not a veteran-owned business.
That's right.
Get a hold of us.
You got a heart for us and you want to do business with us? Come on.
For sure. Again, we've been talking with Stu Smith, CEO of FAVOB here in Florida. Thank you, brother, for your service and your continuing service, because it means a lot to us, and it's getting the right message out there, getting people connected with resources and each other. So Absolutely. Thank you, brother.
No, and thanks for all you've done, buddy. You've been my claim advocate, and you've helped me navigate through that process. And without you, I would not be where I'm at as far as my relationship with the VA and earn the benefits that were earned through service. So I thank you very much.
You bet. That's AVET Appeals People, the business side of AVET Project. Want to thank you again. And listen, everybody, as I always say, don't forget, thank a vet. Hi, everyone. It's Garen Cohn with American Warrior Radio. I'm here with my good friend Christian. We're here to deliver a very important message about a crisis in our land.
Suicide prevention, more specifically, veteran suicide prevention.
22 a day are taking their own life. This must stop. This can't continue. If you or someone you know is contemplating suicide, please know that God has tomorrow planned for you. Don't take your own life. And just remember, suicide is a permanent solution
to a temporary problem.